Time for Tax Tuesday. I know, you're thinking, Tax Tuesday? That doesn't sound happy. It's happy because we have an expert here to help you and help us make sure we're doing this right. Lori, thanks for coming back.
My pleasure.
Always a good time to see you because I feel like that we have lots of questions that we're going to answer in the coming weeks. This week, we're focused specifically on new forms, because there's some new things that you're dealing with, but they're directly affecting all of your customers too.
Exactly right.
Alrighty, so let's start with the 1040 SR. What is it and why does it exist?
So the PATH Act in 2016 said that the IRS needed to create a new form. Well, the 1040 EZ went away with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, and so the 1040 SR is what has resulted.
Okay.
So this form is actually for seniors, anybody who's 65 or older, and one of the nice things is it has larger print, so if you have a hard time seeing, things are spaced out a little more, they're a little bit larger, just a little bit easier.
Okay, and I noticed it said too, they have other forms of income sometimes when you get that 65 plus, right, that need to be reported?
Right, so at that point you have Social Security that
okay.
other people may not have. They may be drawing on a pension or other retirement plans. So forms of income that are going to definitely be specific to those who have retired.
Okay,
Yeah.
so new forms, new mandates, and a new look and new schedules for the 1040. Tell me about this.
Right, so last year the 1040, the way I looked at it was they took everything that was on the 1040 and took it into 6 pages instead of 1.
Oh.
Well, they've pulled a lot of those pieces back in that makes sense just to be there on that first page of the 1040.
Okay.
So, so it does have a little bit bigger look. I don't think they can do it quite in postcard size anymore unless it's a very oversized postcard.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah.
What's no more health penalty mean on that?
Okay, so for the last few years, if you had no health care, there was a penalty imposed on you, a new tax.
Right.
So that is gone as of this filing season.
Yay.
Yes.
Nobody wants to pay that penalty,
No,
do they?
nobody
No.
did.
Alrighty, so up next, what do we have?
So one other thing on the 1040, and actually it's on Schedule 1.
Okay.
That is the virtual currency. If you,
Oh, that's it,
yes.
yeah.
So if you have operated in any way, had anything to do with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, the IRS now wants to ask you if you've had anything to do with it, and that goes on Schedule 1 with the 1040 this year.
I knew there was something else. See,
Yeah.
I just forgot. That's your job to remind me. Now, what popped up next was the W-4, right?
Right. So for the last 3 years have had a new W-4 each year, and this year, if your withholding in your last paycheck looked a little bit different, it probably was because the new W-4 asks for more information and they figure with your withholding a little bit differently now.
Okay.
So the new page actually asks for a lot of information, and the goal, if you fill it out completely with all 4 pages of it, you are going to have a 0 tax return or as close to that as possible. So if
Okay.
you're looking for a refund, you might want to get some professional advice on how to get what you want or have what you want in your refund.
So the goal is essentially that folks are getting enough taken out of their paycheck so that it's an equal balance. There's no
Exactly.
money back at the end of the year, but if you're someone who counts on that, obviously those forms are going to look different, so they need to come see you.
They do, exactly.
Now, this is the best part. They can also go to your website because I know a lot of this information is there too, right? Tell me about your website.
So on our website, we have a lot of different resources and tools that can be used. We also have, if you're going to be coming in for a tax appointment, you can get our forms and have those already filled out instead of having all of that paperwork to do in the office. Also, if you have a small business, we have a place you can download some specifics on forms related to that.
I love that you make it easy for everybody though, because if you log on before you come for the appointment, everything, you can have it all ready.
Right.
It makes it easy on you, it makes it easy on them, less
Right.
time consuming.
And if you're just not sure what to bring, there's a checklist there as well.
Even better.
Yeah.
And there's also numbers that you can call. We'll put those on the screen because folks have lots of questions, I know. They always want to know where to go, what to do. You have how many locations?
We have 4 locations.
Okay.
We're in Terre Haute, Brazil, Bloomington, and Bloomfield.
Okay, so any one of those locations you can visit, stadlertax.com, and as we wrap up, I know Lisa has the phone numbers for us too. If they call, can they schedule appointments that way?
They absolutely can. That's
Okay.
probably the easiest way to call and just make an appointment today.
So next week we're talking extenders, is that right?
Yes.
Now give me just quickly, what is that?
So on the 1040, there were some deductions and credits that were supposed to go away, and extenders means they've left them there for us to talk about and to use.
And to our benefit, right?
To our benefit.
So if
yeah.
you want the benefit of that, you need to tune in next week because we'll be talking all about extenders.
Exactly.
It's Tax Tuesday. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
All righty, and stay with us. We'll be right back.